Hello, this is Library Media Specialist David Hilgendorf here to show you a brief tutorial on how to use the Adobe Spark Video app. First, you'll need to download the app from self-service, and then you open the app and it will ask you to log in. There are several different login options. You can choose either to select Google login, and then you would use your Osseo Apps information, or you can create an Adobe account. Either way, it will be saved into an account off of your device, so it'll be saved in the cloud. And then when you're ready to start a new video, you click the plus button down on the bottom, and then you put in your title or idea for your project. So let's just say fashion. You would be more specific, and you would spell it correctly, and go to next. And now you can select which of the templates you'd want to use. You can either make up your own, which is sort of a blank template. You can promote an idea. What you're doing in this case is you're trying to sell something. So you can look at these different templates and see which one might work best for you. I'm going to say promote an idea. Pick that theme. And then this screen allows you to add elements. So the elements that you can add are an icon, a photo, or text. And in the case of a photo, you can go, you can click that. The plus button always means add. In this case, you click on the photo, and then it gives you a bunch of different options up at the top. You can, if you go to find photos, then you can get photos that are already vetted for being able to use publicly. So let's say that I'm doing something on dresses. I would be more specific than that if I was doing summer dresses or whatever, but I just want a picture to look at. Okay, so I pick one of these from up here, and I don't have to cite these ones because these ones will automatically be cited in my final video recording. So that's the one I want, but then I realize, you know, I need to put words in here. So up at the top of your screen, there's an option called Layout. If you go into Layout, you can say, I don't want just the one thing, which was the picture. I want more than one thing. So now I selected two things, and I want text on this one. And I can write whatever I want to write, and you'll notice that the more letters I type in, the smaller it gets. So I'm typing in a bunch of gobbledygook, but you would be typing in very important information about the at least 5 different aspects of this beautiful dress. And I'd say, okay, well, that's good enough. I'm done with that. And now I'm ready to record what I'm going to say about this. So I'm not just going to repeat these points that I made over here, but instead I'm going to point out some things about the picture or about the dress that makes it an interesting presentation to see. You actually have to hold down that red button in order to do the recording. As soon as you let up on it, the recording will stop. So here's an example. This beautiful white dress could be used in an event as formal as a wedding or as simple as an online engagement. And now you'll notice that it has a tiara that matches as well. And I'm particularly fond of the way the model is bunching it in order to accentuate the drop waist feature. Alright, so I'm done recording. I have no idea if any of that had anything to do with reality. But I've recorded it, and now I can listen to it by clicking the play button over on the left-hand side there. And it'll play back whatever I just recorded. And I have my volume turned down on the iPad, or you could hear it. And it's going through it exactly as I just said it. And it took 27 seconds. That's what it says over on the right-hand side there. Which is fine if you have that much content. Make it as long as you need to. Let's say I'm not satisfied with that. I want to record over it. All I have to do is hold that down again and make it say shorter. this is a much shorter and more concise version of my description of this beautiful dress. So this time it was only 6 seconds long, and again I can listen to it by pressing that button. Down at the bottom you'll see a number of different slides, and those are all the slides that are going to be in your final video. You can add slides to that. You can take some of those slides out, and because we chose a theme, it's suggesting that the next slide be a problem. Well, you don't have to follow that that protocol. You can just click on that next slide and create it however you want. There are some other layouts available under layouts at the top. There's a thing and a caption, for example. That means your thing could be a photo or text or an icon. Let's select a photo for here, and this time, because you have already created your photos in Google Slides, you should be able to say on my iPad. And so here's one that I collected during a class. It's a Keen sandal. I want to add that in there, and I want to add some words in there, and I say, you know, Keens are great, whatever else I want to say there. Done with adding the picture, I'm done with adding the words I want, and I can hold down this to record all about Keens. I'm done. And so now if I want to listen to the whole thing, not just this slide, I can click on that bottom left play button down here, and that will play back the whole thing. Here, I'll turn up the volume so we can hear something. Maybe you can or cannot hear that on your recording. All right, and since we only had 2 slides, that was the end of the recording. Oh, it looks like it's adding in those other slides that we left blank. And this, did you notice that there was a citation there for the one picture that we got from that site? I want to keep editing this. I'm not done. And all of these additional slides here, if we want more slides, you click the plus on the right. If you want fewer slides, you can click on that. And one of the options is, well, on that arrow, is to delete that page. So if I delete that page, it just goes away. You can create another one as well. Some other options are you can change the music. There is default music that goes with whatever you had selected. Traveling Buddies is the one that's on right now. Let's say Whistle Away. I decide I want to make it Whistle Away as my selection, and it will play it for you when you select it. And then I also decide, you know, I really don't like that theme that I was using before. I'd rather have this flight theme. So it gives you a different background, gives you different font selection. You can look at it and say, you know, because I'm doing something that's really more intense, I want a more intense one. So, you know, black and red, that's nice and intense. So it's changed the whole theme. And again, you can look at the music and change the music. You can change your layout for a given slide. Let's say I say, oh, you know, I really want to have more words on there, but there's not room with this layout. Let me try switching that over to a 2 things layout. So now I can type more stuff in here. Okay. Once I'm all done with this, but actually before the done part, I want to make sure that you know that there is an option for adding in the citations, but it's not until you're ready to share it. And so your citations should be saved in your in a Google Doc under your bibliography. And when you're all done, you want to share this. In this top right corner, there's that universal share symbol. It's in red. And there are a number of different ways to share it. If you click this download button, that saves the video to your camera roll. So it saves the whole thing onto your iPad in the camera roll. In order to turn this in, you want to save this, you want to share it by email. So you click on share by email with a little email logo, hit share by email. Oh, and it's asking to pick a category. I forgot to do that. Up here, you can just do education or lifestyle maybe. And you also can say your author info. Your name should go right in there. And then you want to edit the credits at this point. And this is where you're going to go into your Google Drive, copy your entire bibliography and paste it into this area. I haven't created a bibliography, so I'm just going to use the word bibliography as a placeholder for that. Alright, so now I think that I am done, and I'm ready to share. I click share, and it's going to prepare the video, and then it's going to ask me with whom I want to share it. And you do need to share it with your teacher, and that is an address you'll actually have to type in, which is Bowerly, BAUERLYJ for Joanne, at district279.org. That's district279.org. So I'll put that in here. BAUERLY, and there it is, BowerlyJ at district279.org. And but in the subject, you're going to want to change that, because she's going to be getting a lot of these from 3 different classes. So instead of, it says I got a story to tell you, you want to say which hour you're in. Let's say you're in 3rd hour, and your name. I'm just going to put my first name in there. And I'll say video just to make it clear what it is I'm sending. And I'll try to spell it correctly. Alright, and that's all you should need to include, is the names of the people in your group, which hour you're in, and the fact that it's your video. Once you send this, that's your final way of turning in your project. So just make sure you have everything completed before you turn it in. And once you're ready with that, you say send up in the top right hand corner, and your project has been submitted. If you have any questions about the technical aspects of this system, feel free to contact Mr. Hilgendorf, or you can also contact Ms. Bowerly, of course. Thank you, and have a good day.